Welcome back. In previous videos, we saw God's perfect creation in the paradise of Eden. Adam and Eve lived in complete harmony with God, with only one prohibition, not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. But this harmony was about to be challenged. One day, a cunning creature, the serpent, identified as Satan, approached Eve. He subtly asked her, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" Eve replied that they could eat from all of them, except for the tree in the middle, because if they ate from it, they would die. The serpent then sowed doubt. "You will not certainly die. For God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." The temptation was irresistible. The fruit seemed good for food, pleasing to the eye and desirable for gaining wisdom. Eve took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to Adam, who was with her, and he also ate. At that moment, their eyes were opened, but not as they expected. Instead of glorious new wisdom, they felt shame. They realized they were naked, and for the first time, felt fear. They sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. When they heard the sound of God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, they hid among the trees. God called out to Adam, "Where are you?" Adam replied that he had hidden because he was naked. God asked, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam blamed Eve, and Eve blamed the serpent. The consequences were severe. God cursed the serpent, imposed pain in childbirth on the woman, and told the man he would have to toil to work the ground for his food. But the most painful consequence was separation. Because of their disobedience, Adam and Eve were expelled from the Garden of Eden, from God's direct presence, so they wouldn't eat from the tree of life and live forever in their sinful state. This story is known as the Fall, and shows us how disobedience brought sin and suffering into the world. But not all is lost. In our next video, we'll see how life continued outside paradise, with the first consequences of this fall.